Hello, Modified Rabbit here. Uh, I guess today's thing we're going to be talking about for the Facebook stuff is, since there's a lot of political stuff going on right now, it's about the political stuff going on right now. And the main thing is the voting, like people telling other people, oh, go vote, which is cool and all, but then there's the people that get a little more on the aggressive side and be like, go vote. If you don't vote, you have no right to complain. And all this stuff, like bashing on people that don't vote and everything. Because a lot of people actually don't vote anymore. Actually, a significant amount of people don't vote anymore. But, yeah, so it's like, I see those posts and I'm like, I understand that you want people to go vote because, never know, it could maybe make a difference, but you have to also understand why people, more and more people are not voting anymore. And it really doesn't have anything to do with laziness. It has everything to do with lack in confidence in our voting system, especially like in the US. I'm not sure what it is, how it is in the in other countries, but in the US it's like super corrupt and it's messed up, and people just seem to be really complacent with that, and that's just how it is type thing, and or denying it when it's true, and I'm just like, I really don't understand why these people would rather sit there and direct their anger at the lack of voting towards the people that aren't voting because they know that our voting system is corrupt, rather than directing that anger towards the corrupt system itself. And it's like, you're not going to get people, like force people to vote by guilt tripping them, and that's not going to get, you know, people to vote more. What's going to get people to vote more is to go after that corrupt system and try and get that fixed, and then people will start voting again. So I don't understand like these people that are like, no, there's nothing wrong with it, or that's just how it is. I've seen so many different responses to that, but it's just like, people are very rightfully like distrusting of our voting system. There's we'll say like the last election, there was clearly some crap going on. There's stuff going on both sides, mind you. I'm not really like specifically on one side or the other or anything like that when it comes to voting. I don't really think of parties when it comes to voting. I think of more whoever's fits with what my ideals are. But like last year, there was, for the Bernie voters, there was clearly a lot of stuff going on from the DNC that they were messing with Bernie voters' votes and making it to where they pretty much just didn't count, and they noticed that. And so they, these Bernie voters that were noticing that, going and protesting and trying to go to like hearings or something with the DNC and getting shut down there and not even getting to talk when they should have, and stuff like that. And what do they get, from somebody that they're trying to vote for, that is, supposed to be fighting for them and everything, just gives up. And then not only gives up, doesn't say anything about this voting fraud crap, and actually tells them to vote for the person that, the DNC stole their votes for. Like, tried to make it to where the votes don't count so that she would win type thing. So it's kind of no wonder Bernie voters kind of split, because some of them were like, oh, I don't want to vote for Trump because he's fucking crazy, and it's fucking crazy. But then the other ones were like, I don't want to vote for Hillary because, our votes were all messed with and I don't like her. So it kind of made them a little spiteful, It's just like, there's just so much crap going on. And then there's, the whole Russian crap that, was going in for that, the collusion with Russia or whatever. And there's just, now even this year already, we've got reports, multiple reports of machines switching the vote to Republicans' votes. So it's like, you've got both sides that have been doing weird shit, you know, and it's just like now we've got the Republican vote. Like, if anybody is voting Democrat, it's getting switched over to a Republican vote, and that's really messed up. And the excuse is, oh well, the machines are just, you know, they need recalibrated. And it's like, this is happening in multiple different areas, not just in the same city or same state. It's in different areas that this is happening. And it's like, that's, and people are just accepting that. You know, they're just, except for the people that don't really care to really go vote that much, or, you know, some of the people that are like, oh, go vote because this stuff is happening. They're doing this. It's like, that shouldn't be, you're, the voting system is corrupt and it's taking my vote and switching it to Republican. Go vote so you can vote the Republicans out. And it's like, that doesn't, why are we continuing with this voting system when it's, and continuing to push it like on Facebook so hard and ignoring the fact that it's corrupt, or even just mentioning that it's corrupt but then wanting people to use that corrupt system anyways. So it's like, it's a no wonder a lot of people don't want to vote. So, you know, it's just all these posts on Facebook, I'm just like, just please stop it. I did the voting thing before, and it's especially last year, and my vote was one of those ones that ended up getting, you know, in the party or whatever. Like, I was a Bernie voter and for that year, and it's just like, my vote probably got messed with just like other people's, but there were definitely some spots where it was very clear that their votes were not counted. I think there was one in like California. There was like a city or county in California where that happened. I can't remember all of that, but yeah, that stuff really, that happens, and it happens on both sides, and it's not just one side that's corrupt when it comes to the voting and politics. Pretty much our whole political system is just messed up in general and very corrupt. Even the people that want to drain the swamp, you know, all the corruption and stuff, there's corruption going on with those people too. So instead of, if you're going to be one of those people that's like, go vote, that's fine. But if you're going to be one of those people that's go vote or you have no right to blah, 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 you know, or getting all like, oh, you guys are part of the problem, I think you should probably go direct your anger at something else, like the actual problem, instead of the people that are seeing the problem and not wanting to just be complacent and contribute to it. So, also, on another note of those that are that are saying, oh, you have no right to complain if you don't vote, them being a citizen of this country gives them a right to complain. Them paying their taxes gives them a right to complain. Them not voting doesn't take away their right to complain. They have every right to complain. The fact that the laws in this country affect them gives them a right to complain. So, you know, they have a right to complain. They have a reason to complain. It's not their fault if, you know, they don't want to, you know, give into a corrupt system and just, you know, have their vote pretty much not matter anyways. I mean, last year again, along with the DNC doing what they did. On the other hand, our electoral college system is why Trump won, not the people's vote. The people actually he didn't win the people's vote. So the fact that a lot of these people in electoral college get their votes count for thousands and thousands and thousands of votes instead, and ours only count for one, and they're supposed to be voting for what that state or whatever, their area, what the people want in that area, pretty much. So, and they don't. They're politicians. It's corrupt too, and you know, they get incentive from companies and stuff. Corporations run our country now, so that's who pays off our politicians and gives all the big money for elections and stuff, is corporations. So yeah, people have a right to complain even if they don't vote. And while, you know, going around telling people to vote is fine, if, you know, if they say no at that point, just honestly just leave it at that, because if you really want to complain about them not voting because you really, really, really want them to vote and want their vote to count and stuff, then do something about the corrupt system that they don't want to use. Do something about it. complain about it. Get big groups of masses of people to tell the government, who's supposed to be working for us, the people, that you want change with that. You want it to see it like now. You want to see that change going on, you know. And that's something that all sides need to be fighting for, not just one. It's not a political party issue. This is an America issue, a all people issue. Like, everybody has at some point probably been affected by this corrupt bullshit that goes on in our system, in our government, in our voting system, just in general, let alone any other part of our government. Everybody's been affected by that, and relying on one candidate or something, or even just a couple of candidates to hopefully do something about it isn't enough. It's not going to happen. They're not going to do something about it. It's not. You need people. The people are more, you know, if enough people get together to do something like that, you're more likely to have something happen, and not just complacent people going, oh, well, this guy's going to fix it for me. That's not going to happen. Anyway, that's that's what my Facebook rant for this week is for. So, luckily, with all the election stuff, other than election stuff itself, I haven't really seen a lot of drama on Facebook for the last week. So that's kind of cool, at least. But again, as all the election stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if I have something to talk about when it pertains to the election and all the hateful crap and stuff anyways. So so yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and if you vote, good for you. If you don't vote and you're just not confident in the voting system, I totally understand. I've done, you know, the voting thing and the not voting thing, and it's just like, our government is shitty shit right now. So it's just, it has been for a little while. It's been pretty corrupt for a long time, so totally understand. But yeah, I also understand if you want people to vote too, but you know, there's no reason to get all like, you're a piece of shit if you don't vote. There's reasons. You just have to think about why someone's not voting, rather than just being all like, oh, they're not voting, you know, type thing. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time it is there for you. So I will see you next week.